Angela here from the Health Tune-Up for another episode of Ask Angela, and today's topic is in regards to gout, how to treat it naturally, and let's keep it simple. Gout is actually one of the oldest recorded diseases known to mankind. So it's been around for a long time. It's an inherited disease actually, which causes an inability to eliminate uric acid efficiently. So 95% of the people that have gout happen to be men, and it's been around, and it's super painful. It basically causes crystals, which are like ground up glass in your joints. So it causes a lot of swelling, hot, painful redness. So the episodes, when you first, it sort of comes on slowly. Sometimes they can resolve in 1 to 3 days. And as this continues, if you just let uric acid sort of run out of control in your life, if you have this condition, then the crystals will get larger and larger in the joint spaces and become chronic pain. So we want to try to avoid that and help ourselves. So the first thing you have to look at is lifestyle. So if we're born with this condition, then it's a commitment. We need to have a lifestyle around not causing more problems with this condition. We don't want to trigger it. So we need to have a low purine low purine diet. So you want to cut down red meat, pork, fish of all sorts, including mussels and clams and all of that. You need to eat more vegetables. So there's a lot of protein. Vegetables have all the amino acids that actually form proteins. So you don't have to beef up on a ton of beef. And in fact, you really need to limit it. You also need to limit sugar intake in all forms, especially simple sugars. The number one offense is sugary drinks. But sugar of all sorts, especially candies, muffins, white flour, white rice, tortillas, anything that is sugary and simple carb, you want to try to pull down those level intake. Usually, actually, drinking a bunch of sugary drinks is a trigger oftentimes to a flare-up of gout. So also you want to limit alcohol consumption. I know I'm a party pooper here. I'm taking all the fun stuff out, but alcohol actually temporarily stops the kidneys from eliminating uric acid. So for those that have this condition, if they're drinking a bunch of alcohol, they're actually not allowing their kidneys to excrete this uric acid, and they're just building it up more in their blood. So you want to severely limit, if not completely eliminate, alcohol consumption if you have gout. So that includes whether you're in a flare-up or not. So a lot of these suggestions are actually preventative. So this is a lifestyle to stay out of pain, right? That's really, it's much easier to prevent a flare-up than to actually get out of a flare-up. So then eating simple foods like alfalfa, really good, helps to eliminate the body to eliminate uric acid, as well as kelp. Kelp actually in Chinese medicine is used to dissolve nodules and a lot of different disorders. It's a very cooling, downward bearing herb in our medicine. It's a type of seaweed, obviously. So you can supplement or actually buy it and cook with it. So you definitely on a daily basis want to get 1,000 to 1,500 milligrams of kelp in your diet, as well as celery. Celery is so helpful, especially, celery is just one of those it's one of my most favorite vegetables. It's helpful in lowering blood pressure, has a really high level of potassium and other nutrients in it. It's one of the best natural diuretics out there. But celery is tremendously helpful in regards to treating the storm of inflammation around gout. So 2 to 3 glasses of freshly juiced celery. You know, if you're in a lot of pain, pain is very motivating. I know it's a lot of work to juice things. Maybe go to a store that juices fresh vegetables for you just for a couple days, just to try to pull down the flare-up. It'll be tremendously helpful. Also, on the supplement end, and again, any of these suggestions, please check in with your primary care provider. I don't know what your personal health conditions are. These are all generally very safe suggestions, but the responsibility rests with you. I empower you to take care of your health, and I fully support you on that. So I just wanted to re-emphasize that, so that you apply this information appropriate to your conditions. So check in with your people in regards to these things. So supplements that can be very helpful is vitamin C. You want to get a quality vitamin C, and in an acute flare-up, I highly recommend liposomal vitamin C. It will be rapidly, it's like putting water on the fire. It's tremendously helpful, and also be taking a little bit of magnesium simultaneously with that vitamin C. They work synergistically. So you also could be taking a little bit of zinc. I wouldn't take more than 20 to 50 milligrams, definitely not, but it is very helpful in regards to modulating the immune response around the gout. So, you know, the gout is mostly dietary. So a lot of times too, we just aren't getting the nutrients in our diet to help get rid of all the junk and keep our inflammation down. Instead, we're putting a whole bunch of things that fuel the fire of inflammation and puts all this stuff in our bloodstream that is really hard for anybody's body to deal with. But uric acid for people with gout, this is particularly the problem. So topically, I would say my number one suggestion, and I'm going to put a warning on here if you are sensitive to sulfur, don't take this or don't use this because it's sulfur based, but DMSO, extremely helpful. So topically, it will be very helpful in reducing inflammation, and it'll work quickly. So you can actually buy it on Amazon. There's lots of brands. I think even some of our grocery stores carry it. And I actually like a brand called Penetrex that has a lot of these elements in it topically to help bring down the inflammation. So it's a lifestyle. You want to cut down sugar, cut down alcohol, cut down red meat. Go get some nice alfalfa sprouts. Maybe start a sprouting habit in your house. They're super easy to grow. So that would be helpful, especially since this is a lifestyle, and sprouts, alfalfa sprouts specifically, are very helpful. Also, barley is very helpful in bringing down the swelling in regards to this. So also celery, vitamin C, zinc. Oh, not to be forgotten, quercetin, 500 milligrams to 1,000 milligrams daily, extremely helpful, and turmeric. They both have been clinically shown to help reduce the inflammatory storm. So quercetin, 500 to 1,000 milligrams, and turmeric. You can eat turmeric, you can supplement turmeric. Very anti-inflammatory. Turmeric needs to be eaten or taken with a little bit of fat in order to metabolize it properly. So I hope that this has been helpful. I think that's enough information to get you rolling. As an aside, cherry juice is also, tart cherry juice is used often to help treat it. If you have sugar issues, I tend to go away from the cherry juice because it's so sweet, but not to be forgotten and included. So, all right, until next time, it's Angela at the Health Tune-Up. Check me out at thehealthtuneup.com. Please leave below any questions you want me to answer, and I will make a video for everyone to be able to learn from. And I love this adventure. I appreciate you listening, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.